Vale, vamos a ir dando comienzo ya al directo. Mismos de escena y vamos a ver que esto. Vale, la primera. Perfecto, y nada, aquí nos quedamos en el último directo. Cállate, Ningguang, por Dios. Nos quedamos aquí en el último directo. Estamos aquí en la Casa Dorada, que vamos a hablar con Ningguang. Estamos aquí encima de todo Liyue. Supuestamente en el punto más alto, aunque bueno, esa montaña parece un poco más alta. Y aquel punto lejano también parece un poco más alto, pero bueno. No vamos a discutir con Ningguang, vamos a continuar con la historia. Vale, este es el último directo de 2021, vamos a centrarnos más en la historia, a ver si soy capaz de llegar hasta el final. Que no lo sé. Así que vamos por ello. A ver qué nos tiene que contar Ningguang. Sí, de una idea general de la guerra de los arcontes, más o menos. Se pegaron mucho, se hicieron pupa y luego cada uno a su casa. No, no creo que acabe hoy, pero bueno, al menos acercarnos al final.
In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7.
¿En serio? Que no, Dios.
You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock.
Qué bruto Rex Lapis, ¿no?
Spears like those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days.
O sea, esos son lanzas.
Gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue. But the Order of the 7, another Lord of Geo, will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions?
Ay, porque te quedas con el traje, con la lluvia esta.
That day at Eugene Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard.
Vale, bueno, eso lo puedo entender, pero ¿para qué quieres la lluvia?
Within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back. To play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're...
What do you think, traveler?
Vale, o sea, no me da mucha opción, así que tiene que ser él. Imagino que se referirán a Child, a Noble.
Well answered.
O sea, podría haber dicho que me hubiera dado la gana, ¿no? Básicamente.
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong.
Vamos para adentro. Bien. Para adentro. Cámara de Jade.
Wowee! What a huge hall! I've never seen such a fancy place before.
¿Y qué puedo robar yo de aquí? ¿Me dices? A ver. ¿Hay algo para robar? Aunque sean libros, por Dios. Vosotros dos, o sea, sois NPC, o sea, sois tan lamentables que sois NPC que ni siquiera tenéis texto. Ni nombre ni nada. Aquí, a la esquinica. Pobrecitas. Vosotras iguales, ¿no? ¿Tú qué haces? ¿Eres ciega y piensas que estás leyendo braille o...? Porque si eso es lo que pretendes tú como para limpiar, no. Tal menos, bueno, limpia el mismo sitio todo el rato, pero, joder, lo tuyo es tela. O para abajo. ¡Ue! ¡Ue! Quiero robar algo. Déjame robar algo. Otra que de braille. Y otra. Madre mía, aquí están todas ciegas. Joder. Por ahí nada. Pues nada. ¿Para dónde me indican? Oh, aquí sí hay algo. La perla de Teibat. Me parece estupendo. Para mí. Unos informes de la cámara de Jade. ¿Listo? Este es el aclamado muro de Liyue. El muro de Trump. Uy, perdón. Cada centímetro de él está tapizado de informes. ¿Vale? Agenda de envío, reportes de ganancias y pérdidas, almacén, seguridad vial, relaciones internacionales. Joder. Cada árbol dentro de este bosque de información está escrito y actualizado al más mínimo detalle. Vale. Solo las personas más meticulosas pueden desentrañar la conexión que hay entre todos estos fragmentos de información. Oak. Me parece muy bien. ¿Y no hay nada más? ¿Solamente podía robar eso? Ah, no, aquí hay más, aquí más. Costumbres de Liyue, la bienvenida del arconte. Venga. Pergaminos acomodados, ¿sabes? Una pila de pergaminos bien acomodados. Cada pliego de papel es tan delgado como las alas de un insecto. Quizás sean obras de caligrafía. ¿Y la balanza? ¿Tiene algo interesante? Aunque la tierra se desquebraje y las montañas se derrumben, nuestro acuerdo se mantendrá firme, ya que es la piedra angular sobre la que la cordillera Tianhen se yergue contra maquinaciones ingeniosas. Bah, qué aburrido. Me está dando antes la opción de sentarme. Dime, ¿me puedo sentar ahí? Oh. Antes me ha puesto la opción de sentarse. Ahí, sentarse. Ahora soy el líder yo. Jodeos. Bueno, vamos a dejar de hacer el tonto.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Ya, no te preocupes, eso. No hace falta que me des permiso. Ya me lo cobro yo.
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first.
Yo acabo de disfrutar muy bien, disfrutando todas las estancias de este sitio. Que realmente tiene solamente 3, pero bueno, pues las demás están cerradas.
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground,
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall.
That's because that wall records Liyue's secrets. Merchants have always been, but the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you. Are they trying?
Bueno, un secretillo y eso siempre viene bien.
Special, really.
Que los secretos se pueden utilizar para comerciar muy bien.
If possible, I'd like to have your trust.
Vale, dime algún secreto y te ganas mi confianza.
But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching.
De todo que ser los dioses y ella, me refiero a ella que se acepta a la divinidad. A mí personalmente, bueno, el tema dioses.
You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean, but after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the... I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation. And also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt.
Vale. Vale, ahora entiendo un poco mejor por qué han hecho lo que han hecho.
Themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite, so they could... Wait, that's right. Speaking of it...
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
Por una vez estoy de acuerdo con Paimon. En plan, hombre, pues si esta tradición...
It's all right. I like... Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please. And you may take it with you.
Ya he cogido unas cuantas cositas. ¿Eso cuenta o ahora puedo coger lo que me dé la gana también?
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to... One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will... Just imagine. Let's grab one. The biggest one.
Vamos a coger el más grande, venga.
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is... La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, a sigil of permission, something, Fatui, research, copy...
Me encanta como lee Paimon. Ay, de verdad.
Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces... Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. But research on the sigil of permission? Paimon wonders what they're... Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the sigil of permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out.
Realmente, siempre ocurre lo mismo, siempre nos están llevando hacia donde ellos quieren. Y nosotros nos dejamos, que es peor.
Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says. That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good. Anyway, we'll see if you're on. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see.
Venga. Ah, la subida de rango de aventura, qué guay. Vale, lo bueno es que también he hecho otra cosita mientras estaba, bueno, cuando no está en directo y demás, que ha sido ir sacando todos los puntos de teletransporte, ya al menos ya los tenemos todos, o sea que con esto no será más fácil movernos. Ha aparecido el bot del spam de los cofres. camino más corto siempre es en línea recta. Oye.
We'll need more with.
Hola Fatuis. Uy, hay bastantes. Vamos a empezar por este. Jerónimo.
You can't run. Punishment.
It's time for a flash freeze.
Retribution!
It's no problem.
You will pay for that. I will end you. Must counterattack.
Ready, steady, go!
What it is?
Judgment! There is no escape!
Eliminado. ¿Qué me falta? Tú, vale. Ah, tú eres de fuego, además campeón. Mientras no se meta el escudo, todo bien.
Illusion shattered! You can't run!
Y me falta uno. ¿Dónde se me tira? Ahí está.
What it is?
Judgment!
Es para el hielo. Ahora tengo que activar.
Shine down!
Burn! This isn't
Ya
good.
está, ¿no? Ah, vale, es aquí arriba. Ahora la investigación de los Fatui, ¿qué nos dice?
There's so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper too. What are they for?
Lo más seguro es que se trata de reproducir un sello de permiso.
What? Oh, Paimon knows. It looks just like the sigil of permission that... But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geocrete, talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous.
Esto es parte de un plan mucho más grande de los Fatui.
Plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Chatten.
Que son Fatui, o sea, no porque sea Novae, sino porque son Fatui, ya está.
The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is let's go.
Venga. Vamos a juntarnos con Zon Lee. De ahí, venga. Y de aquí para el norte. Sin despertar al enano este.
I don't need an umbrella, but you can use one if you need.
tormenta eléctrica, qué bien.
Right on time. I myself, did you enjoy your visit to the Jade?
It was so big and pretty and
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
Es maja.
super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly.
Jabalí se arma de las personas de negocios, claramente.
My take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks that even the tactless Yuhang is...
Oh. So you also met with Keqing then?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue...
No, indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both, although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions.
Es muy lista, yo creo, Ningguang.
She is
Más
only
lista de lo
relying
que,
on herself
de lo
to
que,
rise to her current
de
position.
lo que se ve.
No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most...
Thor, you.
Why, Mora, of course.
Más el dinero, claro. Cierto es. No me sorprende realmente, o sea.
The Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to...
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in them. No matter what they may be planning, you must...
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be
Vídeos de
gathering
cristal
wild
salvajes, venga.
glaze
A recoger florecitas, lo más divertido.
Well, why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Eugene Terrace... Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to...
No. Those lilies have all... Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers.
Pues nada, venga.
I need you to sing to them.
A cantar.
Singing to the flowers will make them more...
So how good is your singing?
Soy todo profesional en cantar, vamos.
Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
Cállate, copia de emergencia.
We'll only know once she starts...
Uy, antes de... a ver, sí, creo que sí que tengo viento ahora.
You can't run. Yeah.
Yo creo que ahora sí que tengo a la viajera. Con viento, ¿no? Sí, viento no tengo más. Necesito como más con viento. Me vendría de lujo. Y a volar. Y me lo llevé. Dios mío. Voy a meter a Bárbara. A la healer más o menos buena.
Wish me luck.
Madre mía, qué peligro el estar aquí ahora mismo. Y ahora me tengo que cantar. No, no me jodas.
It's time to sing whenever you're ready.
Un elefante. No han dicho qué canción hay que cantar, ¿no? Su puta madre, o sea... Ha sido incluso peor que lo que he hecho yo. ¿Por qué? Pues va.
These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Wow, cago en la leche. Esto va a estar complicado con lluvia y estos bichos de mierda de lanzanhielo. Qué bien.
Retribution!
Illusion shattered. You can't run. Judgment. Punishment.
Verdict is...
Vamos a quedarme contra uno. Venga, ya está.
Shine down.
Ya está fuera. Ahí está. Ah, toma viento.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
Bueno, oye.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower.
Vaya, no lo sabía yo que eran megafloras. No me he enfrentado contra ninguna.
Strange. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly...
Well, that's nice and all, but
Unfortunately, no.
Vaya. Con lo que me ha costado a mí cantar.
Excuse me.
Ganju.
Are you searching for glaze lilies?
oh, hey, it's what's her face?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the...
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way?
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I...
She's acting different from the first time we met.
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just...
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days,
Oh, sorry, we shouldn't have...
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't... When the Archon War
Por
came
fin
to
ha
its
dejado de
end
llover, madre
2,000
mía.
years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, the other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from of the current 7 Archons. The youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years.
So what do you think of this?
Huh? This... As a mortal, I've never dared, but as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality.
Huh? Did you just say...
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins.
Una mestiza, qué chulo.
I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found.
We dare not.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lip?
Indeed, I did. I know this
Wow, so you really know your
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, if you would excuse me, I should...
And that just about does it. Our preparations
Joder, casi,
for the
todavía nos queda algo más por hacer para el
given
rito.
the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks.
Un liderar es lo que viste bien, sí, pasar de los muertos a las flores. La verdad que sería un cambio bastante grande.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my... Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears... So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked...
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like... Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor.
Vale. Regresamos entonces a Liyue. Regresamos a Liyue. Me mandan directamente a la puerta. Pues vamos a la puerta.
What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and... the Fatui?
This atmosphere is highly abnormal. It seems as though something big has happened.
¿Qué habrán hecho los
We're the
Fatui?
consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're... However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit...
It seems inevitable, given the...
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor...
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's...
And what now? How is it that the
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in
Fatui
these
son unos
tumultuous
cabrones.
times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your act...
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look...
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse?
No, bien de quién va a ser, bueno, Child o Tartaglia, también es otro nombre.
Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole, he must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do... But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
Pues no se me ocurre, pero bueno, venga. Si hay algún lugar al que podría ir, pues nada. Vale, creo que ya sé. Va por la Xuvia, claro. Va por la Xuvia, claro. Ostras, pues si no recuerdo mal este combate era tela. Vaya, hombre, no me deja. No había visto nada. Está lleno de perros esto. A ver, cojo un atajo. Me da la sensación de que nos queda poquito para llegar al final de la historia de Liyue. Ay, a ver qué nos encontramos aquí. Casa dorada. Sombra dorada. Buscando la verdad llegaste al centro del vórtice. Aquello que te espera en medio del oro es... Child. El cabrón. Vamos a llamarlo el cabrón.
Wow. This is the Golden House?
Y ahí está la exuvia.
It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? This is where all of Teyvat's mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few more of
Era tan fácil, habían vaciado ese lugar hace mucho tiempo.
Oh, so it's a trap.
No.
Tricky. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of mora. It's like a dream come true.
Vamos a inspeccionar la exuvia primero, que es algo que hemos venido, y luego ya jugaremos todo lo que quieras, Paimon, anda.
It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely... Look! What happened here?
Parece que ya ha habido alguien por ahí.
Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the exuvia is all right.
Odié muy mucho este combate. Espero que esta vez me vaya un poco mejor. En su día con la cuenta principal odié este combate.
So why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
¿Qué va a ser?
If you were
Ahí está, ¿no,
I
Bill?
imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find the secret don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the exuvia.
So you've been planning to take the gnosis from inside the exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, she will get that which she desires.
No dejaré que te acerques a la exuvia.
I'm not asking for your blessing, and the time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble.
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the... When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because fighting talk, I love it. Now let's see.
Venga, vamos allá.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. You cowering already?
There is no escape.
Your Voyager!
Es que hace unas cosas más raras este. Mierda.
Poor timing. A fine opportunity.
Time for retribution!
Illusion shattered.
Not bad, not bad. Guess I should take you more seriously.
Fase 2.
Good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, That just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. You've got some skills.
You can't run. Inazuma shines eternal.
The price of a single slip. Has your luck run out?
Oops.
The mortal plane. A fleeting dream.
Ready, steady, go! Go! Yeah!
Shine down.
Break.
You can't run.
Time for retribution!
Tide.
Vamos allá, fase 3. Creo recordar que había una fase 3.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
Esto ni de Dragon Ball, ¿eh? Y aquí llega Zhong Li.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this.
No, pero no hay una tercera fase,
People
entonces.
should know. This should have been expected.
Ahí sí, ya, no, sí, sí. ¡Cabrón!
Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now.
Ah, ¿dónde está?
I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Vale, sí, tercera fase. Es electro y agua al mismo tiempo. El poder del engaño. Los Fatui utilizan engaños, no utilizan visiones. El 1/10 de los 11 de los Fatui. Este es el más débil.
This is going to cost you.
Uy. Y no utiliza las alas, es que es inútil. En las cinemáticas es inútil. ¡Hola, Core! Aquí es donde muero.
There is no escape.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over. Now. Don't make me take it from you.
Take it?
Shine down. You can't run.
Insolent.
Damn you!
Judgment. You can't run. Illusion shattered.
Ni siquiera yo me estoy enterando de lo que estoy haciendo. Au. No, 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 lejos, 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 ballena. Ah, va, esto cae, esto cae, esto cae ya. Esto cae ya, esto cae ya.
You can't run.
¡Cayó! A la primera, me cago en la puta. Es que esto recuerdo en la cuenta principal que me costó horrores. Lo que no está escrito, o sea... ¡Buah, madre mía! ¡Qué suerte he tenido! Sí, concentración absoluta, por supuesto, o sea... Uf.
Well then.
Ahora me dices que nos cambiemos una polla, hombre, una polla.
It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
¿Por qué me voy a llevar la Gnosis? Vamos a ver.
That's what we've been trying to tell you.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep...
Menos mal que no habéis canjeado ninguna carta de estas de no puedes utilizar tus ultis ni nada de eso, en mitad de ese combate, que si no...
This battle has already left me sad. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown...
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make...
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end.
La verdad es que me lo esperaba, que de repente alguien canjeara ahí una carta así a lo tonto. De ahora, no puedes utilizar ultis, o cámbiate el equipo por personajes de nivel 1.
Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a different...
What? So you mean that...
Rex Lapis todavía vive.
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least.
Desde el móvil en principio, si te metes a la página de Streamloots, deberías de poder ver el directo sin problemas y hacer los canjeos sin problemas. En principio, la verdad es que no lo he probado ni nada. Pero en principio yo diría que sí que deberías de poder. O sea, al fin y al cabo lo de Streamloots es una página web.
It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Oh. Pero tú piensas en algún momento. Es una pregunta seria, ¿eh? ¿Piensas en algún momento? Porque creo que últimamente...
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this.
A ratos,
for the
¿no?
weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak.
Qué gordo me cae el child, de verdad.
Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children must all learn to eat.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
Venga, vamos a despertar a más dioses aquí. Venga, va.
A god?
Total, es gratis.
Sile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the GR Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the... If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
¿Qué vocecitas? Ah, no, creo que es a lo que te refieres. No, hoy no, bueno, no pongo voces principalmente porque cuando son cinemáticas de estas, en las que ya de por sí los personajes tienen voz, no hago yo la voz principalmente porque me hago lío. O sea, me hago lío entre que el personaje habla, estoy leyendo, bueno, me hago lío y casi prefiero las cinemáticas estas, no poner las vocecitas. Si acaso, pues cuando haga misiones secundarias o me encuentro con NPCs con los que hable y demás, pues ahí así porque no suelen tener... no suelen tener pues, estas partes en las que hablan. No me gustan sus voces. Pues lo siento. Las cosas son así. Además es que a Paimon no sabría qué voz ponerle, la verdad. Como es tan impertinente la pobre.
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Oh, esto quería... Joder, lo de copiar los sellos de permiso.
Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Está tratando de duplicarlo.
The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed, using the powers of ancient gods.
Ahora viene un momento súper épico y súper chulo de Genshin, que yo recuerdo que esto cuando lo jugué en su día me moló un huevo. Aunque bueno, habrá mucho texto, eso sí, hasta llegar ahí. Pero con la que lía ahora Child, mola un huevo.
But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo Archon to show its hand, but you as well.
Allá que va. El lío. Va a despertar a Chulu. Sí, yo lo llamo Chulu, no Kazulu ni pollas de esas.
Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
La casa de Jade. Habrá que subir, ¿no? Pero si solamente flotas, hija mía, de verdad. Qué manía con decir que está cansada. O sea, es una maldita chulada esto.
Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Do we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude,
vive cansada, sí,
we
sí.
have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue?
Utilizar los poderes de los Adeptus contra este dios antiguo.
This Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention, which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any...
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like... So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be an...
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is...
Bien, me encanta tener esas esperanzas.
Wait, all of you were supposed to be the Guardians of Liyue.
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fan. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Gui... For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adept. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our
Vamos allá a luchar contra un dios antiguo. Me encanta Ningguang. Quiero a Ningguang en mi equipo otra vez. Es más chula que un 8. Esto es una maldita animalada, de verdad. O sea, aquí se les fue la olla. Fatui a tocar las narices. Sí, sí, es una pasada, pero se les va la olla, pero vamos, a saco. Pero en plan bien. Y ahora a zurrarse de hostias.
The 3 Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go out too.
We Adepti have not faced the god in several
A
millennia.
veces creo que aquí además tengo algo más de fuerza.
Let one see what you're made of.
Perro, ¿a dónde vas?
What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Entonces en plan de aguantar durante el tiempo que me indican. Ah, vosotros cocalaicos, anda.
Illusion shattered.
¿Dónde hay más enemigos? Es que es una partida pasada.
Judgment. Shine down. Shiver.
Time for retribution.
¿Dónde hay más enemigos?
That is Osial's divine power.
¡Genki Dama!
Very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Au, pues está complicado eso, me parece. Mira que ha dicho, ten cuidado de que no te zurre.
Their attacks are unrelenting.
How daring. Snezhnay's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
The ancient gods attacking again. There are so many Fatui too.
Ya va. Buah, es que apenas da tiempo para esquivarlo.
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is Adeptal energy.
Ahora empieza a conseguir la energía Adeptus.
It's like the time in Julian Cars. Wow, it's Madam Pink Shockwave. This brain is really strong.
Ahora sí que empieza a hacer un poco más de pupa.
Miscalculated. Time for retribution.
I guess. Let's end this quickly.
Let the show begin. Come on, we can do it.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and
Bueno,
fight
que viene
with
otra
all
bola.
your might.
Viene otra bola.
I too did this during
No sé
the
cómo
Archon
esquivarla.
War.
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight.
Ah, la he esquivado, vale. Simplemente me tenía que alejar un poco
My
más y ya
name
está.
means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
Es una maldita animalada esta parte. Puedo correr todo lo que quiera, no se me gasta el aguante. Uy. Ah, sí, se gasta. Poco, pero se gasta. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Que no vienen más los de los Fatui o qué? ¿Tienen miedito? ¡Ya! Ahí, dale, dale.
You are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms
Uy,
of
hola.
adaptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
No, este es una animalada. Ah, de una ulti. Ah, pues no. Vaya acá. Yo pensaba que una última se iba a cargar, pero nada. Ahora, todos coger ahí cosas aquí. Así están muy guapos. Bueno, ¿por eso qué? Vale, gracias.
Shine down. In exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Uy, ¿ya está? Venid pa' aquí, guapos.
Illusion shattered.
Es que se desintegran, madre mía. Al toque se desintegran. Aquí llega el momento de... Me da igual lo que me tires encima. Tengo el poder de los adeptus. No me fastidies.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades. Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
¡Vamos! ¡Machaquémoslo! Esto se acaba ya. ¡Vamos! Ya quedan 10 segundos. Ay, mira la chulita de mierda. He hecho más cosas. Eso es un Kamehameha en condiciones, no me jodas.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Hombre, es trama anime, o sea, siempre hay que aguantar hasta llegar al final y en el último momento lanzar el mega ataque. Porque antes no se podía lanzar. Es... Vaya mierda de balistas que con una gotita de agua se rompen. ¡Oh! ¡Hala! A fregar. Pero utilízalas, ¿sabes? ¡La puñeta! De verdad, ¿por qué las cinemáticas no utilizan las malditas alas que tiene para planear?
Be careful now.
Torpe eres, por Dios. Bueno, igual había gastado toda la resistencia.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
Qué bonito.
What's the meaning of this?
I understand.
Básicamente van a ponerle un tapón.
Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
¿Vas a poner el tapón aquí a la bañera? Literalmente, ¿eh? Tapón puesto. Ay, a fregar. Y con eso, todo resuelto. Ah.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any wave.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to...
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chip. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least... Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the...
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see...
A mí me encanta que los Adeptus son 3 animales y luego el crío. O sea, está muy bien eso.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would...
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as... But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing...
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have.
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot
No,
show...
mejor en armadura que en pelota, o sea...
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to... I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the...
Huh? Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite...
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so... Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Pues os tengo que dejar un momento, ahora vengo.